I need a little snack, y'all. It's been a couple of hours since I've eaten, so gotta get a snack. Also, you guys, I had to pull out the glasses today because I told you all that my eyes have been strained. Okay, they stressed, girl, and oppressed right now. So I said I gotta stop. Um, we got glasses on today, y'all. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, you guys. So, um, y'all, we are here. We are going to chat, all right, about all of the things, y'all. All right. Welcome, you guys. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more minutes. I want everybody to come in. Y'all who in here though, who's staring at me, can y'all like my live, please, guys? Honey, welcome to Where Things Grow. But can we like the live, you guys? Thumbs it up, honey. Mm, okay. No worries, truth, honey. Don't worry. Let me. I got you. Don't worry, baby. I see it though. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Y'all, this applesauce is good. Truth said I didn't want it to disappear. I got it, Truth. I got it. Um, let me actually let me get it right now. Pin message. All right, perfect. Thank you, Truth. Y'all put some red hearts in the comments for my lovely moderator. All right. All right. Well, thank you, Truth, for being here. Thank you to everybody who showed up today, you guys. And I am very excited for this live video. I hope you all can hear me clearly as well, because I do have a little earpiece in my ear right now. But a happy evening, you guys. It is what, Thursday? Today is July 23rd. So it is 7:07 where I am. What time is it where y'all at? Because I really want to know where my girl's at. Hi, Jazzy, sweetheart. Welcome back to the live, honey. We are live at 5. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care what time we go live, it's 5 o'clock. All right. All right. But I am excited, you guys. I am excited. All right. So, we can go ahead and get into it because I told you all that I was gonna wait until about 5 minutes. All right. My girl said it's 6:07 here in Louisiana. Okay, all right. Hi, Keisha, sweetheart. Welcome, Keisha, honey. Welcome to the live. All right. Miss Sharon says it is 7:08 p.m. in New York City. All right, Miss Sharon. All right, lovely. So my girls are all over the world, honey. Mm. My girl said, Truth said it is 6:08 in Missouri. Okay, okay. So that kind of gives me like paints the picture of like, what time it is where you all are. So thank you all so much for showing up for this live video. Um, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into all right, you guys. So earlier today, and if you've been watching and following the channel, um actually before we get into raise your hand, okay, or put a one in the chat if you've ever done therapy before, okay? And I'm talking about like telehealth, via online, like telehealth therapy. Also put a one in the chat if you've ever like gone into an office and sat there like formally in front of a therapist and had therapy. I would really like to know. I would like to know. I want you guys to not only put a one in the chat if you've had therapy before, but Truth, Jazzy, share your experience with me. Like, I want to know, how was it? Did you feel like it was effective? Did you feel like the person who was sitting there, talking to you, whether it was via telehealth or it was in person? Did you feel like that person was listening? Do you feel like they were engaged? Did they care? Like, I want you all to share some of your experiences with me, um, regarding therapy. Okay. For me personally, I went to therapy one time in my life. It was a telehealth. It was via telehealth, so it was online, and this was towards the end of 2021. So that was still when COVID was still kind of crazy. Um, I love that truth. I love that. I love that. I love that. And to Truth's point, right? uh what led up to me going into therapy was, at the time, like, my mom had passed a year prior, right? And I was just having conversations with people who had done therapy before. I was going through a lot of things, as you all can imagine, emotionally and really in all aspects of my life. And I was just struggling, you know what I mean? And, I've always had this connection to God. I've always acknowledged the Lord. But now, since becoming saved and surrendering and submitting my life to Christ, things are really different. God is truly at the forefront of my life. It wasn't always that way, right? And when I was doing my session with the therapist, she had on a headset, of course, so she could hear me. And she was just asking me questions about my background and things like that. And I just felt like, I don't know, y'all. I didn't feel comfortable. And I'm naturally, like I told you guys, I struggle with, trusting people. So for me to trust you, like, there has to be some comfortability there. Okay. And it wasn't even that it was online or anything. It's just the vibe. I was just, it just didn't feel like someone or something that I just wanted to really like confide in and be completely open with, if that makes any sense. Um, um, Therapist was awesome. A whole straight laced white man. We shared music interests. He helped me out so much. Oh, Jazzy, that's really beautiful. Really beautiful. You can't forget God during therapy. He is the master therapist. I do agree. I agree. Hi, Sienna, sweetheart. Welcome to the live, honey, because we are live at 5. Okay. So Sienna, you just coming in. We just getting into it. So Sienna, what I asked the people was if they've done therapy, if they did, to put a 1 in the chat. And if they have done therapy before, I want to know like what you all's experience was. Was it via telehealth? Was it in person? Whatever the case is, I really just want to know. Hi, Latanya, sweetheart. Welcome to the live. Okay. Welcome. Miss Sharon says, in person, one time I went, it was somewhat helpful. Then I prayed on it and realized God was my therapist. I love that. Hi, Gracie, sweetheart. Welcome to the live. Okay. I love what you ladies are saying, because I think a lot of people today, like, if you say, God is my therapist and I seek God for counsel and guidance, I think a lot of people, uh, I think that that could be frowned upon, and I think people would be a bit judgmental, um, and they wouldn't understand that. But someone who is in Christ would get it, you guys. But the reason why I was asking, oh, let me get back into my experience. So yeah, I didn't feel comfortable with the therapist. Again, it's nothing against her. I'm sure she's good at what she does. It's just that I just didn't feel comfortable enough to open up, and I just didn't feel comfortable. So that was my first ever therapy session. And that was the last therapy session I've ever had in my life, y'all. Ever. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to know about you all's experience, right, is because, when we think about like recent conversation, right, we think about a lot of things we've been seeing, I guess, in the media, in the world, mental health, right, and just having conversations and talking things through has become not as taboo as it used to be. Like, I'm sure for some of you all, maybe your parents, your grandparents, they can attest to, um, mental health has always been a thing, but they can attest to it not being something that people shedded a lot of light on, that people acknowledged. So, yeah, let me get into I want to acknowledge y'all's comments as well. I do therapy now on telehealth and also do a self-care class on telehealth. Okay, Latanya, I love that. Self-care, you said it was a self-care class. I love that. We have to understand that we are spiritually sick, not always mentally or emotionally sick. Therapy is a tool for wellness, not to solve our problems. Exactly. My experience is very helpful. Great. That's lovely. Honestly, stopped going because my therapist ended up leaving my college and I genuinely liked her. Oh, truth. I get that. I get when you connect with someone and then they leave. Like, I remember with my gynecologist I had some years back, she retired, but I loved her, y'all. She was the sweetest woman, and she retired, and that just made me so sad. So sad. Sienna says, currently in therapy for serious mental illnesses, and my therapist is a godsend. She's the perfect balance. She encourages me in Christ and advises me medicinally. I may be pronouncing that improperly, but wow, Sienna, thank you for sharing that. I love those therapists, where they have that faith-based foundation. But yeah, we're just in a world and day and time where the conversations are being had. We're talking about things more, sometimes a little too much. Sometimes I definitely do believe in keeping some things private, but I also believe in, sharing your experiences and your testimony because it could help, others. Um, but the reason why I just wanted to ask you all about that was really for a couple of reasons. I wanted to see if you had ever had any experience there. And also, earlier I mentioned in the video that I was working on our coaching sessions. Something I've always been told for most of my life is that I could be a life coach or a mentor. And while I'm still growing and learning, and God is still, molding me and changing me and fixing me up into who He's ultimately called me to be, you all, I know and, believe that I have the experience and wisdom, knowledge and understanding, um, to be able to offer coaching sessions to people. And that's exactly what we are going to do, you guys. This is something that I've been talking about over the past few days, but it's something that I've thought about for years, okay? And never really knew, like, in what way, like, how it would happen or just in what capacity. But I do believe it is time, you guys. Hi, Haywood. How are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you. And you keep pushing forward as well. Okay. Thank you for that. Um, so yeah, you guys, I'm slightly, I'm be real, I'm slightly nervous, but just, let old Jazz get it out. Okay. So I wouldn't consider myself a therapist at all. Hi, Tasharia. Hi, sweetheart. Welcome to the live. Okay, we are live at 5, honey. I wouldn't consider myself a therapist, but I know that I am qualified to be able to encourage, uplift, motivate, and inspire um, others and listen to people, and offer them some practical like strategies and practical advice based on the foundation of scripture for life. Okay. So, with that said, you guys, I told y'all earlier in the video that I was working on the coaching sessions. And what it was is that I was trying to set it up. Hi, Key, sweetheart. How are you? Cooking dinner. Okay, Key, what you cooking? Um, So I was trying to set it up, you guys, where the payment methods could be handled through the scheduling website, but I wasn't able to do that for now, so it's fine. I It would take more time, and I don't want to continue to allow that one little thing to just stand in the way of, giving you guys an opportunity to have coaching sessions with me. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon. Thank you. Uh Key, what you cooking? Um, so yeah, I just didn't want that to continue to stand in the way, y'all. All right. So I have gone ahead, and for the most part, I have finalized everything. Okay. So I've set it up where you all can either book a 30-minute session with Jazz, or you can do a 1 hour session. The 1 hour session, though, is for our YouTube calls. Okay. They're specifically for YouTube. Now, while I'm talking about it, I don't know, I might at some point do like a 1 hour just normal regular coaching calls, you guys. But all that to say, okay, I have gone ahead and pretty much finalized everything. He says a piece of chicken breast, roasted potatoes, and with cabbage. Girl, save me a plate, honey. Put me up, put oh Jazz up a plate. But y'all know my sinuses, okay. But yeah, you guys, so I'm kind of nervous. All right. So what I'm gonna do is this video is going to be for you all to ask questions specifically about the coaching calls and like how it's going to work. You can ask questions for anything that I haven't already, told you guys or explained. So yeah, I wanted to know, basically, like, if you all had any experience just with therapy. So, um, yeah, I just wanted to know, you guys. I just wanted to know. So with that, I am going to get into it. So after I finish sharing with you guys all that it entails, answering your questions about anything, please ask questions as I'm talking. I will answer your questions. I will go ahead and share the link so that you all will be able to book your coaching call immediately after this or during this or whatever. Okay. Um, yes, Key, I am. I'm like, I gotta get it right. Like I can't push it off anymore. I can't wait. Like it has to be. Latanya says, don't be nervous. You would be a great life coach, Jazz. You have the personality and the patience. Thank you, Latanya. I really appreciate that, y'all. I am as nervous as all outdoors. And it's not because I feel like I'm not qualified. Like, I know I'm qualified. It's just I think y'all can relate too. Like, if you're doing something new, even if it's a new job, it's a new relationship, um, it's just something new, like just starting something new. Um, Even with the knowledge that, you're qualified, that God has given you the gifts, and the things you need to do that thing, and you're called to do that thing, it's still a little nerve-wracking. But it's all good. Thank you, Truth. Hi, Dion. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the live, okay? Because we live at 5, Miss Dion. All right. So with that, you guys, again, we have 2 coaching sessions you can choose from. All right. So we have the Where Things Grow coaching calls. I don't have any fancy name or anything, y'all. I try to make it simple for you guys. Okay. And then we also have, where is it? The YouTube coaching call. Okay. So again, after I'm finished answering you all's questions, after I've explained everything to you, I am going to put that link in the chat for my moderators who may be watching, who's watching now, who watch later. I will send you all a separate email. I will send it in there so that you will have that link, so you can share it out. So no worries. So yeah, so we have 2 sessions. We have the YouTube coaching call, which is 1 hour, and then we have the Where Things Grow coaching call, which is the 30-minute session. They both offer something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into what the Where Things Grow coaching calls, what that one offers, and I am going to be very detailed, go down the list, and yeah, just address any questions, concerns, or outbursts. Okay. All right. So the Where Things Grow coaching call, you guys. So what you see me saying right now, what I'm saying, when you go to the website to book your session, you're gonna see all of this. Okay, so you don't have to write anything down. You don't have to memorize anything. I have it easy. It's easy peasy. When you go to the website, you will see it, you guys. Okay, and please be sure for those of you who may watch this later, be sure before you book to read. Okay, please read, y'all. I can't stress that enough. All right, I'm a person where, like I told y'all, I'm not always gonna read first. I'm gonna probably just, get into it and then, be asking questions. I'm like, why is this way, or what happened, what's going on, and then I go read later and I'm like, right, yeah, okay, sure. So yeah, you guys, don't be like me. Please read. All right. So, with our 30-minute coaching calls, so the purpose of the coaching calls is to provide one on one opportunities for individuals to discuss various topics of interest, such as faith, relationships, professional development, and more. During your 30-minute session, you'll have the chance to talk about matters you may feel uncomfortable discussing with others, you guys. So, just to stop there, with your sessions, like I told y'all earlier, essentially you'll just be able to talk about it's almost similar to like a therapy session where you'll be able to talk to me about, like I said, various topics, different things, whatever you kind of feel like is on your heart and in your mind, or, whatever's going on. Um, and these are matters that you may not feel comfortable talking to other people about. So, we all have people in our life, I think for the most part, and, we have those people that we go to and we talk about things, but, sometimes you do want to talk to someone that is unbiased, someone who doesn't know you and someone who isn't at risk of giving you advice based on what they know about you. They're just giving you advice just based on maybe what you've told them, their own life experiences, of course, what God says in the scriptures. You don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like you might not feel like the judgment feel of the situation. You just may want to talk to someone who is neutral, right? And so that's what this will be, you guys. But even with that, I want you guys to think about it as a FaceTime call. So just like we go live right here, I don't want anyone to book a call and just feel like, oh my God, like, what am I going to say? What? No, girl. Okay, because we live at 5. Okay, we're friends, we're family. So we are definitely here. Hi, Angie, sweetheart. Welcome to the live. We're here. Okay, so this isn't a time for you to feel uncomfortable. This isn't a time for you to feel like you got to be perfect. You got to show up a certain way. Hi, Angel, sweetheart. Welcome, welcome. How are you? This is a time for you to just genuinely have a conversation. Okay, that's what I want you guys to remember. For those of you who plan to book a session, please don't feel like I just want you guys to be comfortable and it just to be natural. All right. For my introverts out there, it's okay. All right, everything's fine. I just want you all to be comfortable and know that it's similar like this, like how we're on live right now is going to be the same. Okay, we're going to be live at 5 in your session, girl. Okay, so yes, so that's that. I just wanted to stress that because I really want you all to understand that this isn't something that's formal. The YouTube calls may be a slightly more formal just because of the nature of what we'll be discussing. But even then, I just want you all to just chill, relax, is comfortable. And with these sessions, we are going to be using Google Meets as the video platform. Now, with that, you can be on camera if you so choose. Or if you are not comfortable with being on camera, you do not have to. Okay, it is completely up to you. All right. All right. Anybody got any questions before I continue? Hi, Anthony. Welcome. Are you new? Okay, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Where Things Grow. And we are live at 5, Anthony. Hmm. Um, who else drinks their applesauce? Mm. All right, so I don't think I have any questions before I continue. All right, nobody has any questions. All right, guys. So I'm going to get into the rest of this. So, um, okay, so there's no pressure. Be yourself, like I said. And I hope this session will empower you to continue seeking the Lord Jesus and living a purposeful and fulfilling life. I look forward to speaking with you. And before scheduling your call, please read the important information below. So, this is all that I'm saying. You're going to see that on the site. Now, like you all shared, a couple of things that I loved what you ladies shared. The first thing is that, having, especially as a Christian, I believe this is very important. Having, counsel, or coaching or mentorship or therapy, whatever you want to call it, but having something in the realm of that, but faith based. Okay. Not to say a non Christian or someone who isn't offering faith based services can't give you valid, relevant advice. I'm sure they can. But for me personally, and y'all tell me in the comments what you think, but for me personally, as a Christian, having someone offer mentorship for me or coaching that is faith based, meaning, backed by, godly wisdom, God's standards and precepts, and, statutes, it means a lot. Okay. And it's more relatable to and for me. So yes, so that's what this is going to be. Okay. So whether you are a non-Christian or you are a Christian, when you come in our sessions, okay, I am the advice and the mentorship that I will offer you is going to be, based on a few things, first and foremost, the Lord, the scriptures, what we read, but also my own life experiences. Okay. So just expect faith based, you know, scriptural backed advice. All right. All right. Or mentorship or coaching. All right. All right, you guys. So the price. So again, I've been talking about this for the past few days, you guys. So the price is going to be $30 for 30 minutes. Now, when we think about therapy sessions, when we think about just other services and things like that that are out there, I know therapy can be very expensive. For my session with the lady, I think I paid like $87 after everything. I think my insurance covered a small amount, but I did end up paying about $87. Okay. Now, at the time, it wasn't expensive. I had the money, but now I can't imagine paying $87, for a session. Even if, it may be worth it. You know what I mean? But in this economy, you guys, in the times, I understand that it's rough, it is tough. Okay. It's a lot going on. And you have those of us that have, and those of us who may not have it like that. So with the pricing, I'm, wanting to be as reasonable as possible. So again, it'll be $30 for 30 minutes. So a dollar per minute. All right. If you look at it that way. And again, if anybody has any questions about anything I'm saying, please put it in the comments. All right. Now, payment is required at least 1 hour before your session begins. Okay. So let me read the rest of this. So the payment can be made through Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Chime at Where Things Grow. Okay. When you make the payment, include a note indicating that it's for a coaching call. Now, going back, a payment is required at least 1 hour before your session begins, you guys. This is very important to note. But again, you don't have to write it down. You don't have to memorize it. It is here on the site, okay? I ask that at least 1 hour before our session starts, your payment is submitted. Okay, you guys, and I really appreciate you all's help with this. But it's just, I think it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. Now, again, the payment can be made through Venmo, all right? Cash App, PayPal, Chime. We have different ways that you can submit the payment for your coaching session. But please, y'all, please, 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 when you make your payment, right? And most of these options here, um, most of these ways, when you send money, you are able to put a note. Okay, in most cases, it is required. So I ask that you all please put coaching calls. Okay, or for the YouTube one, put YouTube coaching calls. Just put that, something similar to that, coaching, just something like that, so that I know what it's for. Otherwise, I'm gonna think that it's just a normal donation. Okay, so please specify the payment and what it is and what it's for. Hammer Mom says, "What is the payment for? I just joined." Hi, Hammer Mom. Welcome to the live, honey. So we are offering coaching sessions over here at Where Things Grow Ministries, and I'm giving you guys the information about it now. 30-minute and 1 hour coaching sessions. So that is what I'm talking about right now. Those coaching sessions will be $30 for 30 minutes. So I'm explaining to you all how you're able to make that payment. All right. So if you look at Truth's pinned comment down there, you'll see she noted the ways that you can donate to the ministry. So those are the same ways. It's through the same way that you will be able to submit your payment for your session. And once again, you guys, it is important to note this. The payment is required at least 1 hour before your session begins. Okay, that way I know you're serious. That way I can make sure I set aside time. I plan. I'm going to set aside time anyway, but I do need you all's help with these things. Our time is valuable, and I'm going to get into that, right? So, if there are no questions, like I said, if you guys got any questions about this, the pricing, how to make your payments, where to do it, how long does it have to be made before your session, please let me know if you have any questions. But if you guys don't have any questions, I'm just going to go ahead and continue. All right. Now, the next thing that we are going to get into is availability. All right. So at this time, you guys, I am offering coaching sessions every day of the week. Okay. Y'all know I do too much sometimes, and I don't have I'm always on, you guys, if that makes any sense. So, I at this time, coaching sessions are going to be scheduled and can be scheduled every day of the week. Hi, Miss Barbara. Welcome to the live, honey. Welcome to the live. Um, so yeah, what that means is that you can book a coaching session with me on a Sunday, on a Saturday, on a Monday, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day of the week at this time. I am offering coaching sessions, you guys. Now, when you go to the site to schedule your appointment with me, um, it's going to show you, the appointment times. It's going to show you what's available. Okay. So you all schedule your appointments based, kind of try to work around your work schedule. That is a reason why, as well, I have availability on Sunday and Saturday, because I understand that some people work all day during the week and they're only off on the weekends. So I just want to make sure we have a little bit of flexibility there. So look at your schedule, okay? See if you have any doctor's appointments or, anything else scheduled, your work, whatever the case is, and schedule based on your availability, based on what you have time for. So if you say, you know what, all right, well, on Friday at 12 o'clock p.m., I have a doctor's appointment, right? But then you schedule your coaching session with me at 11:30. You're not giving your self enough time, right? I want to make sure we're all managing our time. I don't want you all to be rushing around. I don't want you all to feel comfortable in any way. I want there to be time for us to really dig deep and really get what we need to get, okay? And I want you all to get the most out of your coaching sessions, because whether it's $30 or $80, ain't nobody got no money or time to waste. Okay. And I want you all specifically to get the most out of your sessions. Angie says, what is the latest time? So, the latest time, you guys, let me go to my availability and I can kind of break this down a little bit, because my availability is set a little different for each day. All right. So, I'm going to break this down for you guys. All right. And this is something that you will see on the site, right? So for Sundays, we have availability between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. On Mondays, we have availability between 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Okay, this is all Eastern Standard Time. All right, so just kind of, you know, translate that to your time. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, um, from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard is the latest time. I tried to go as late in the evening as possible. I may eventually do something later, you guys, but the later it is, there may be like a upcharge. If I'm just being honest, okay? But 7:30 p.m. is our latest. On Fridays, we do 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right. So that's just kind of giving you that range of time for our availability, you guys. All right. So again, you can schedule your sessions a month in advance, okay, as well. So obviously, we're at the end of this month. Some of you may already have some obligations set up. So looking into August, like I said, you can schedule your sessions uh, um, a month in advance. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Jack says, if you give me a shout out, I'll subscribe. Jax, welcome to the channel. I welcome everybody and shout everybody out anyway, whether you subscribe or not, but welcome to the channel, okay? Now, with that said, we're gonna get back into it. Sienna, really great question. What if someone pays for an appointment, but something comes up? Can we reschedule? You absolutely can, Sienna. And we are going to get into that. That's a really great question as we get into time and availability. But yes, you can. Okay. So with that, Sienna, I'm going to put like a pause on that for just a second, because I'm about to get into that. All right. But yes, great question. Anybody else have any other questions? This is your time. I'm live. We're talking about these sessions. Ask me questions about this stuff. Okay. Please, because I want to, like I said, I want to make sure you guys get the most from your sessions. Hammer Mom says, are there only certain topics you are coaching on? So with the topics, you guys, it's really anything. Okay, anything. All right. Of course, we're not going to be, let's see, as long, again, just remain respectful. Okay. It's kind of like, think of it like this, y'all. All right. It's kind of like if you book a therapy session and you go talk to your therapist. I'm not a therapist, but that's the only thing that I can think about to compare it to. Or like your mentor. You say, hey girl, you my mentor. I'm gonna call you at 5 o'clock on Saturday because I got some things I want to talk to you about. Boom. And you go from there. And it could be maybe what's going on in your life now, maybe past experiences, things that you're having trouble healing from or forgiving, like things like that, you guys. Don't overthink this at all. Don't wonder like, oh my God, like, can I not talk about that? Just like you would book a therapy session and you would go in there and you would talk to your therapist, it would be the same. Okay. Whatever you feel comfortable talking about. All right. All right. So this is for our 30-minute sessions that we're talking about right now. All right. Great question, Hammer Mom. Great question. Now, all right, so what are we talking about? Where am I at? Okay, availability. So again, you guys, we are offering coaching sessions every day of the week. All right. Now we do have a late policy, you guys, and I have to have this in place. All right, I have to. It's not anything crazy, but I just have to, because we always talk about establishing order. And, not only that, but you all's time is valuable and so is mine, right? I am in school. I am newly engaged. Um, we have everyday life things going on, right? So I have to respect you all's time, and you all, I expect that same. I expect reciprocation. Yes, baby. I expect the same respect, guys. So I'm confident. I don't think we're gonna have an issue there, but for the purposes of the nature of what I'm offering and what's going on, I have to have a late policy. So let's get into it. So it says if a participant arrives more than 5 minutes late, a $10 fee will be charged. Um, if a participant is more than 10 minutes late, a $10 fee will be applied and scheduling a new session will be required. So let me break that down. Say, for example, you schedule your session for 9 a.m. All right. Um, basically you have a 5 minute grace period. All right. So say, you get to your session at 9:03. No problem. Understood. That's your time at the end of the day, right? I want you all to get the most for your time. But if you arrive 3 minutes late, 4 minutes late, no problem. But after 5 minutes, a late fee will be assessed. Okay. So although you may have sent your payment, because you would have sent your payment before your session, but you would still, there would be an additional $10 fee on top of that. All right. So if you are more than 10 minutes late, right? So say your appointment is at 9 o'clock, you get there, we get started at 9 um 9:06. Right, fine. But if you're more than 10 minutes late, then not an extra $10 fee. The same fee if you were 5 minutes late would be assessed. So it's not two $10 fees. I want to make that clear. Okay. It's the same fee. So because if you're 5 minutes late and then you get to 10 minutes, basically at 10 minutes, you're just gonna have to reschedule. Okay. We're just gonna have to reschedule. All right. Um, yeah. And then with the money that you paid for your session, right? So again, before your session, you would have paid $30. You don't have to pay $30 again. Okay. You just simply need to reschedule. But it would be an additional $10. So if you already paid your 30, we're more than 10 minutes late, you would need to schedule a new appointment and pay $10 more. I hope that makes sense. So all in all, it would be 40 instead of 30. Sienna, really great question. Sienna says, are these calls confidential? Absolutely. The calls are confidential. They're not being recorded. This is just between you and I. They're definitely confidential. Really great question. Really great question. Yes. So if anybody doesn't have any questions about the late policy, I will continue, but let me know. Um, Truth says, are the rules listed before booking just in case we forget the full details? Yes, Truth. Great question. So when I drop the link for you guys, okay? Um, I don't know if you all have ever used Calendly before, if you've ever had like a job interview or um, just, things like that. You may have used Calendly. One of my moderators recommended Calendly as an easy scheduling thing. So it is really easy. And yeah, but I say that to say, when I drop the link for you guys, you will see what you'll do is you'll choose which session you want. So you'll click either the coaching session for 30 minutes or the YouTube one. And I have them labeled so you'll know the difference. So you'll click which session, right? So before you schedule, okay, because on your right side, it's going to have a select a date and time. But before you schedule on your left side, it's going to have an entire description. Everything that I'm saying right now, you will see that on the left side. It's right here before you book. Okay. And if you just want to go to the site, I would recommend this. Go to the scheduling site, go look at it before you pay. I just want you to read it and look at it, okay, in detail. So yeah, great question, Truth. Great question. All right. So, if y'all have any other questions, please let me know. All right. So, rescheduling, you guys. So, to Sienna's point, if you need to reschedule your session, you are more than welcome to do so, you guys. What I love about Calendly is that after you schedule an appointment, they are going to send you a confirmation email. You're going to get a confirmation email, okay, immediately after you schedule. In that email, it will have a place in there that enables you to reschedule if you need to. Okay. So please, please, please feel free to do that. In my email, y'all know my email, it's wherethingsgrow12@gmail.com. Communication rules the nation. Which is what my fiance says all the time. Communication rules the nation. And so, with that, you guys, on a serious note, please, please, please email me. Email me if you have any questions. That's what it says. It says if you have any issues with scheduling, submitting a payment, or anything regarding your session, please contact me at wherethingsgrow12@gmail.com. All right. And just give me a few hours. I will definitely respond to you guys. All right, but I want you all to make sure that you stay in contact with old Jazz so that we can facilitate this properly. I want to make sure that everybody gets the full benefit of their session. All right, so again, we're going over went over just the description, right? The purpose of these sessions, the price, availability, okay, our late policy, and then also rescheduling options. Um, Hi, Robert. How are you? Welcome to the live, okay? All right. So, one second. All right, you guys. So, I am here. I'm back. So with that, y'all, so basically that is pretty much it for the 30-minute sessions. Okay. Now, most of this information is the same for the 1 hour sessions, but I will get into that in a second. So let me see if there's anything else that we need to cover. Let's see. Oh, also, I was asking you all about your time zones. When you're booking these appointments, they're going to be in your time zone, not mine. All right. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to say, oh my God, if I'm booking at 12 o'clock, I got to count down 3 hours or count back. No, they are going to be, the appointments will be in you all's time zones. It's going to automatically translate to that. Again, you will get your confirmation emails after you book as well. Okay. Now, there will be two questions whenever you're booking. When you pick your date and you go through, there's going to be two questions that I've set up that I do want you guys to answer for me. Okay, help me out a little bit. So the first question is, please share your name and anything that will help prepare for our meeting. It's just what it says, y'all. Help me prepare. If you know there's something on your heart and your mind that you want to talk about, um, put it in that section, okay? So that I know, uh, what it is that you all would like to kind of touch on. Maybe you can say, I'm having issues at my job, or you can say something like, just going through a lot right now. I just need someone to, hear me out and things like, what I'm saying, y'all. Just be as short and sweet, but as particular as possible, okay? So on the next line, when you book, this is all when you book, and y'all will see what I'm saying. The next line, you'll see it'll say, what is your email address? So the reason why I ask for your email address, you guys, is so that I can get in contact with you, so that I can touch bases with you. All right. Like I said, communication is very important. I don't have a business phone number right now. So the only way really we can communicate outside of YouTube is through email. All right. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Everybody on this live and who's going to book one of these appointments, you have an email address. You can't have a YouTube account without an email. So everybody has an email. All right. Now, say for example, if you want to set one of these calls up for your grandmother or your mom, just someone who doesn't use social media, but that they could use a coaching session. They would benefit from a conversation with Jazz. All you have to do is just specify that. You need to specify that. I would say where it says, please share your name and anything that will help prepare for our meeting. Please share that, guys. Okay. So share that. Say, I'm booking this for my mom, blah, blah, blah. Please note that, you guys, so that I am prepared. I've been in and out and trying to hear instructions. Okay, Truth, I'm sorry if you said it, but where is the link to book? So, Truth, I haven't sent the link yet, sweetheart. No worries. As my moderator, you will be getting an email shortly. Actually, after this live, I will send it over. But once I'm finished answering any questions, or finish this video, then I am going to go ahead and send it over, to you all in this video. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So with that, you guys, let's see. So that's that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Okay. So you will be getting email reminders. So for example, if you book your appointment at 9 a.m., say Monday, 24 hours before your appointment, you're going to get an email reminder, and 1 hour before your appointment, you will get an email reminder. I'm not trying to overload you guys and irritate you, but the reason why I have it set up for you to get your email 1 hour before your appointment is so that if you forgot, because life happens, I get that, y'all. If you forgot to send your payment, that's just a reminder. You can be like, oh goodness, let me send the payment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you will also get text reminders. You'll get a 24-hour notice before the appointment. And then you'll also get a follow-up email. So 1 hour after your appointment, you're going to get an email. All right, you guys? All right. So, um, let's see, what else? I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to cover there. Now, all of this information that I'm sharing with you guys goes for the 1 hour calls as well. All right. Key says amazing info. Thank you, Key. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right. What I'm gonna go on ahead and do right now is put the link in the chat right now for y'all. All right. So let me go ahead and do that so that as I'm speaking, maybe you might be on the website, you can just kind of follow along. So let me do that, guys. All right. All right. Let's see. Copy. All right, you guys, give me a second. All right. And if you have any questions, please comment those questions. Do not be afraid to ask me anything. All right. Also, to you guys, I am not a stickler. Okay. Meaning there's some flexibility. But if there's no communication, there is no flexibility, straight up. So, say for my mothers out there, or just my girls that and my guys that work, for those of you just who got stuff going on, which is all of you, right? Which are all of you. Communicate with me. Just tell me, Jazz, I booked my appointment for 9 o'clock, but I completely forgot my baby. I got to take my baby such and such and such. Oh my goodness, Jazz, I forgot. I got maintenance coming over. Like, can we push it back? Like, can we switch some things around? Communicate with me, y'all, please. That's all I'm asking. The communication is more important than the money. Okay. I'm just gonna be straight up. The communication is more important than the money. All right. The $30 is just really your way of supporting the ministry, y'all. Okay, that's all. All right. I'm not trying to price gouge or do too much, but to me, the communication is more important. So I just need y'all to tell me, keep me up to date. All right. So with that said, let me go ahead and get on over here and hold on guys, let me go on the live video and put it in here. Hold on guys, let me go on the live video. Can I? Oh, I can. Okay. There we go. Girl, turn it down, Jazz girl. Oh my goodness. All right. There we go. All right, you guys, there you go. All right, so let me go ahead and get this. Let me see if I can pin it, girl. That's a replace pin message. Okay, there we go. All right, great. All right, you guys. So, I did go ahead and pin it. You guys can see it right there. Okay. If you click on that link, y'all can go ahead and book your appointments now. Okay, but it's completely up to you. All right. I just want to put that there so that you all can follow along with what I'm saying. All right. So the one that we just talked about was our Where Things Grow coaching call. Okay. 30-minute calls, you guys. You can talk about whatever's on your heart, whatever's going on. Also, all right. I have the liberty. If you are one of the people, and I just have to say this, you guys, I have to say this. Um, I do have the liberty if the call is, if you are just inappropriate, disrespectful, or just we don't know how to conduct ourselves, I do have the liberty to end the call at any time. All right. Now, and I have to say that, you guys, because while I don't anticipate us having any issues like that, but you know what, we are living in a very interesting time, so I have to say that. All right. If you pay $30 and you book your session with me, this is about you. Okay, it is about you. It's about you. This is your time. All right. So don't book a session with me to come tell me, you like, girl, I seen you on YouTube and you said blah, 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 blah. No, no, sweetheart. You are wasting your time and your precious money. Okay. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Right. Disclaimer. Keith said the disclaimer of disconnect. Right. Just, you know, this is your time, honey. So, we gotta manage our time wisely and steward our time, guys. All right, just saying. So yeah, I just had to put that out there. Hate that I have to, but I have to, y'all. I have to because of the climate. I have to. All right. So the next thing we're going to get into is our YouTube coaching calls, you guys. So the YouTube coaching calls will be a little different. Now, for those of you who've headed on over to the site for booking, you will see that they're slightly different. All right. So the main difference I would say is the price and the amount of time you get and the purpose for the call. So we're going to go over that. All right. So let me get on over here. All right. Oh, guys, I'm on the site acting like I'm. This is funny. Okay, I'm over here acting like I'm about to book. So let's see. Let's do this. All right. YouTube coaching call, you guys. YouTube coaching call. So for those of you who've headed over to the site already, you see this. But for those of you who haven't, no worries. You don't have to. I just put that out there for someone who's interested in scheduling their call. Now, with the YouTube coaching call, those calls are for 1 hour. Okay. They're for 1 hour. Now, with our YouTube calls, this transformative 1 hour coaching session is designed to help you elevate your YouTube channel. With over 13 years of experience in content creation and a passion for mentoring, you'll receive personalized guidance and practical advice tailored to your unique goals. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to refine your strategy, this coaching session will empower you to create impactful content that resonates with your audience and keeps God first. I look forward to growing together in faith and creativity. And it says, before scheduling your call, please read the important information below. All right. So essentially, with these YouTube calls, you guys, again, this is still your time. This is your time that you're paying for, right? And we'll get into price in a second. But this is going to be the opportunity for those of us who currently have a YouTube channel and we kind of, want some, I would say, coaching or mentorship on direction and strategy. Maybe you've had it for a long time. Maybe you've done some different things with it, but you're really just wanting to take it serious and just, take it in a different direction. We can talk about that. For those of you who you don't even have a YouTube channel right now, but you do want to start one, this will be a great call for you as well, because this will be your opportunity to ask questions. Now during these sessions, you guys, whether it's for YouTube and or the 30-minute one, there will be things that I'm asking you as well, so I know how to guide the conversation. All right, so that's what I'll be doing. So I don't want y'all to think that you're just going to get on the call and we're not going to know what to talk about or what to do. I'm going to guide the conversation for you all, because there's certain things that I do want us to touch on, especially with the YouTube sessions. With your 30 minutes, that can pretty much go in the direction you want it to, just based on what you're wanting to talk about, what you're wanting to touch on. But with the YouTube sessions, they're going to be, like I said, or like I stated earlier, a little bit more, just slightly more formal. They're still as relaxed, though. I still want you to be yourself. I still want you to chill. It's still, like you're having a conversation with your homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just talking, but we talking about YouTube. Okay. But I have been doing content creation, you guys, for over 13 years. I've had a few different channels. This is the third platform that I've had monetized. I've gone viral on TikTok, gone viral on Facebook years ago. I know I have a lot of experience in the social media space. I know what people like. I have a lot of experience, okay, and I want to share that with you guys. So for those of you who are interested in YouTube, okay, maybe you feel that God has called you to YouTube, because for some of you, God has called y'all to YouTube, okay? And some of you, you're just running away from that. All right. But let me tell you, don't run away. Don't be a Jonah, okay? Because we did a Bible study on Jonah before in the past, and I can do a new one. But do not be a Jonah, because God was right there with him the whole time. And eventually, what did Jonah do? Exactly what God told him to do, right? So do not be a Jonah. All right. If God is calling you to do anything, whether it's a YouTube channel, start a TikTok, Facebook, or quit your job or whatever, do it. Please don't delay. Just saying. So when it comes to social media, and although it's, primarily about YouTube, but, even things like Instagram, TikTok, it could be, you can bring that stuff up too. We can talk about those things as well. All right. Because it can all intermingle, especially if you feel called to those places. So just keep that in mind. But that will be a 1 hour session, you guys. And the reason why it's longer is because I know in most cases, those conversations, they do run longer, and they're more comprehensive. And then also, I want to make sure I'm as detailed as possible and that you get your questions out. Because whether that's the only session you book, or if you decide you want to book other sessions, more sessions, I just at least want to make sure you get the most for your time, y'all. That is why I'm stressing these things. That is why I am making this video, because it's about you guys getting the most for your time. All right. That's important to me. It's very important. So with that said, and then also, of course, in our YouTube sessions, like we're going to end up talking about other things, you guys. Like I said, I'm not a stickler. I'm not like, oh, we're just talking about YouTube only. And if you don't talk about YouTube, then blah, blah. Y'all, it's not that. All right. It's just, this is specifically for people who are interested in going down the YouTube route, and they want to just, talk with someone, again, that is a Christian, right? And you're going to get advice that is faith-based and rooted in Christ. All right. So if that's something that you want, then that's what we got. Okay. So let's get into the price, you guys. So the cost of the coaching session for YouTube, all right. Key has a great question. So Key says, what if the person has a channel but nothing is listed, but want to kind of build it from the bottom up? Is that okay? Yes, Key. Whether you have a channel right now and there's no videos on it, whether you, I mean, well, if you have an email address, if you're able to comment on someone else's YouTube channel, you have a YouTube channel, you know what I mean? And we can get more into that. But to Key's point, whether you don't have videos on there, but maybe you have it set up, but you haven't posted anything, all of that is fine. All of that is fine. Do you help the people find niches as well? Yes, Key. So we talk about all of that. Like I said here, let me reiterate this portion, right? So let me go back because I read it kind of quickly. I said, with over 13 years of experience in content creation and a passion for mentoring, you'll receive personalized guidance, right? So this is personal for you. This isn't something that you can, that Tom or Bartholomew said on their channel. You know what I'm saying? This is personalized for you and practical advice. That means doable advice that makes sense and that is not like all kind of crazy stuff. Like, girl, in order for you to blow up on YouTube, you got to go climb a mountain. Like, no, it's none of that. Okay, practical advice that everyday people can do that's going to be tailored to your unique goals. So this, again, you guys, this time is about you. This is your time. Okay. To your point, Key, if you're a person, you got a YouTube channel right now, but there's no content on it, but you feel called to YouTube or you just want to do YouTube, this is perfect for you because we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about what's holding you back. We're going to talk about how to move forward. We're going to talk about all that you want to talk about when it comes to YouTube. And like I told you guys, this is going to be a guided session. I'm going to help you. Of course, you will be able to ask the questions you want to ask, but I'm going to help us kind of get to where we need to be. All right. Um, no, Key. I didn't discuss that. You're good. You're good. I asked you all to ask me questions. So you're doing the right thing because the questions that you have, Key, other people have. So ask the questions, you guys. That is why I'm live right now. That is why I am taking the time to explain what's happening, what we're doing here, and where things grow. That's how it's always going to be. Anytime we launch anything new, I'm always going to sit down with you guys and we're going to have a very thorough conversation. We are going to answer questions. We are going to, do any corrections or, whatever we need to do to make sure everybody is on the same page and everybody understands, for the most part, what we are doing here, what's happening. All right. So, Key, you're good. Keep the questions coming. And anybody else who has questions, if you're in the bushes and you're watching and you feel like this is something that will benefit you, but you have a question, or just something that you want to ask, just put it in the chat, y'all. This is not a platform or a channel where you have to feel like, feel dumb, for lack of better terms, feel like, oh my God, I can't ask that question. Like, oh my God. No, I want you to come on out of the bushes. Exactly, Key. Exactly. Come out of the bushes, honey. You don't have to hide over here. As you can see, I welcome everybody. And we're a family over here. So I don't want anybody to be coming to my house, sitting over there in the corner in the bushes. I want you to be over here comfortable. So ask your questions, people, because this is the time to do so. All right. All right. So once again, you guys, going back to price. All right. So the cost of the coaching session. All right. This is the YouTube coaching session, guys. Okay. The cost of the coaching session will be $60 for 60 minutes. All right. So again, I'm not over here doing the most. Okay. At some point in the future, maybe the rate may change, right? And that's okay. We can grow, we can elevate. Okay. But at the same time, I believe in things being reasonable. Excuse me. And again, it's not about price gouging or doing the most, you guys. It's not about that. I think $60 for 60 minutes. Yeah, definitely business. Definitely business. But not only that, you guys, but I feel like $60 for 60 minutes is great. Okay. For 1 hour for 60 minutes, when some of us have therapy sessions for 30 minutes and we pay $85. Like, I just think that this is reasonable. All right. But that's just my opinion. All right. So as I stated earlier, everything for the most part is the same, okay, as with our 30-minute sessions. So just like with our 30-minute sessions, guys, payment is required at least 1 hour before your session begins. Yes, Key, no worries, you're good, hun. So the price is $60 for 60 minutes for our YouTube sessions. $60 for 60 minutes, guys. All right. And for anyone who wants to kind of follow along with me, if you click that link that I have pinned down there, I have you can go ahead and schedule your appointments now, y'all, by the way. But yes, so your payment, um, okay, okay, Key. Yes, yes, ma'am. So, so the payment is required, guys, at least 1 hour before your sessions begins. Okay, like I told you guys earlier, this is your time. Um, I ask that you guys help me with this. All right, people who put money into something, they're typically very serious about it, and a lot of things in life, that we want to do, right? Goals, dreams, aspirations, even things that God has called us to, it requires some sort of investment. Sometimes it does require a monetary investment, but in all cases, it requires you to invest your time. Okay. And this is an investment of your time. It's 60 minutes, 30 minutes, whichever session you choose. This is your time. All right. And I have to stress that because this is about you guys. All right. God is still growing me and teaching me things. I'm not, I will always be a student, right? I'm not above learning or anything. But, with what I've learned and the knowledge I've gained over time, I want to share that with you all. And not only that, but this is for you guys. This is your time. I just have to stress that this is your time. So yeah, so the payment is required at least 1 hour before your session begins. So if you schedule your session for 9 o'clock a.m. tomorrow, okay, and you don't have your payment in an hour before, you guys, you know, I'm gonna take that as you're not serious. You know what I mean? So definitely just you guys, I need y'all's help with that. All right, I need your help now. I will be sending out, like I said before, I'm going to send you an email that's going to have a reminder 1 hour before your session. Okay. So, for those of you who forgot, life happens, we're human, no problem. You will get that reminder. Okay. You will get the reminder. And the session will not start. It will not start until that payment you've submitted your payment. So, and we're going to get back into our late because that kind of goes into our late policy, right? So we'll get into that in a second. But just to finish this part up, again, the payment can be made through Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Chime at Where Things Grow, you guys. All right. So very easy. Just like you've been seeing all over the channel, the ways that you can make your payment for your sessions, it is the exact same as if you would donate. All right. Now, what's important though, I have to stress this, is when you make a payment, please include a note that indicates it's for a coaching call. So with Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Chime, they all have it set up with where when you send money or you pay something, it requires a note. So put a note, y'all. All right. Doesn't have to be a long note. You can just say coaching call, CC, coaching, mentorship, YouTube call. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Um, Key says, I think it'll also be good to pin the site on the channel in your bio. That way, if when others are interested, that can book. Yes, Key, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So I will definitely be doing that, you guys. And you all send the link to your friends and family as well. Send the channel, let them look at some of the content, and if they feel, you know, led to book, have a session with me, that's awesome. Um, Speaking of, I think I want to do a referral thing too. hmm I think I want to do a referral thing for people that refer people to me. So we are going to have a referral uh, program as well, for lack of better terms. So let me get that together, y'all. Let me write that down too. All right, because that just came to me. Because I'm quite sure, referral program, where if you refer a certain amount of people, then you get a free session. Okay. So I am going to bring you guys more details on that. All right. So yeah. Keith said, thank you, Holy Ghost. Yes, Keith, thank you for that, honey. Thank you. But yeah, we're gonna have a referral thing as well. A referral incentive, I'll say. All right, you guys. So that's the price. That's all that. Once again, please make sure, guys, that we note what the payment is for. If you don't put coaching call, I'm going to think it's just a regular donation, y'all. So help me, y'all. Help me, help you. Okay. Help me, help us, please. All right. Just, help old Jazz. All right. So as far as availability, with the availability for the YouTube coaching calls, I believe it is the same. Let me double check. I have it up right here in front of me so I can tell you guys. Let me see. It is the same. Let's see. Yep, it is the exact same. So the ranges of time that I gave you guys before, it is the exact same for our YouTube calls. Right, Key, help me, help us, please. Okay, so all right, guys. So now, again, with availability, every day of the week, y'all. Every day of the week. All right. The latest time slot that we're offering right now is 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You guys, if it gets later in the evening and you want to set up a call, there will be an upcharge. Okay. Just letting you know, but I am open to it. And that is something that I will communicate with you all. But for now, the latest time that you can book, this is on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. All right. All right, but we are available. We're taking calls. You guys can book every day of the week. And the reason why I have that set up right now is because I know that sometimes people have the majority of their availability on the weekends. I remember when I used to work Monday through Friday, I would work, say, from like 9 to 6, hours like that. And, it's really hard, to get to doctor's appointments, to do banking, to do all kinds of things when you work those types of hours. And I recognize and acknowledge that sometimes the weekends are just better. All right. So for that reason, we do have availability on the weekends, guys. So keep that in mind. All right. So getting back into our late policy, right? So we've already covered this, but we're going to cover it again. Okay. Now, like I told you guys before, 60 minutes for $60. All right. All right. But if a participant arrives more than 5 minutes late, a $10 fee will be charged. Okay. So say, you haven't, um, we're in a situation. This is just client A. Client A has, they booked a session. All right. Their session is in 1 hour. This client, they haven't sent their payment amount and they're late, say they're, 10 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, listen, this is your time. Take care of your time, manage your time. I'm stressing that. I'm sounding redundant. I'm going to say it over and over again because this is very important, y'all. All right. So what's going to happen is that not only are you late, you also didn't send your payment. So now the next time you need to book, if you're, 10 minutes late, you're going to have to pay $10 more. So your session will be $70. All right. And again, I understand things happen, you guys. So I need y'all. I need you guys to stay in touch with me. All right. Send an email. All right. Um, I will get your email. I will read your email and I will respond to your email. Okay. So I need y'all. I need y'all to help me. Okay. All right. So again, with our late policy, if we're more than 5 minutes late, a $10 fee will be assessed. If a participant is more than 10 minutes late, a $10 fee will still be assessed, and they're going to have to schedule a new session. So keep that in mind. Key says, period. I'm not mad at this. Key, we got to do it, Key. We got to do it. All right. I'm confident that y'all are gonna be fine. Okay, but this is just for those of us who, we need a little push sometimes. Okay, really, no matter where you're doing business, I don't care if it's the electric company, your cable company, your water company, your any utility company, your car payment company, anything that you can think of. If you have storage, a storage unit, your storage company, just anything you can think of, they have late fees. You know, it's just the cost of doing business, y'all. So I need y'all's help. I don't want there to be extra fees. I don't want all that. Let's just pay our little $30 or our 60, whatever and let's just go ahead, y'all. All right. But I do ask that we all respect each other's time. All right. And that's really what this is about. Just managing our time, y'all. Okay. So again, to bring up Sienna's point from earlier, Sienna asked, can you reschedule? If you need to reschedule your session, you can definitely do that after you book your appointment. All right. So for those of you who are planning to book at some point, when you book and schedule your appointment, you're going to get an email. Okay. This email is going to have a place in it to reschedule your appointment if you need to. Now, the initial email that you get after you book your appointment, and I think the reminder emails, and those emails is where you'll be able to reschedule your appointments if you need to, guys. So please do that. If you reschedule, my calendar and everything will automatically update. So excuse me again, I need you all's help. Okay, I really do. I need you all's help with these things in this area. All right, you guys. So we have two coaching calls. We have our YouTube coaching call for an hour. We have our where it's entitled the Where Things Grow coaching call, which is your own personal one, and that's for 30 minutes. We're going to be using the Google Meets platform. All right. So if you go to the scheduling page, right? Okay. So let me give you guys an example of this. I'm going to show. Oops. Okay, guys. Let me give y'all an example. All right. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna act like I'm scheduling, okay? So just bear with me. I'm going to pick, say, the 25th, all right? There we go, July 25th. So as you can see, it's showing me what time is available. Truth says, what if I just wanted to do an hour coaching call only, but not the YouTube one? He said the big reveal. So, truth. So right now, I may be able to set this up, y'all, after I finish with you guys, but right now I only have 30-minute coaching calls, y'all. So give me some time. I will get that squared away. Oh, look. Hi, Rufus. How are you? Welcome. Yes, you are extremely late to the party. Welcome. Welcome to Where Things Grow Ministries. Okay. You are extremely late. Oh, that's funny, y'all. Rufus is a co-worker of mine. We used to work together. So I'm doing awesome, Rufus. I'm doing awesome. You should watch the content. Okay. Watch the content. Um, I know, truth. It's okay, honey. So don't worry. I am going to offer a longer length of time, y'all. But just hang out with me. You do. Oh my God, Rufus, you've been watching. Wow. Okay. Yes. What's a whole lot happening now? But thank you for watching and all the things. I appreciate you. And yeah, you guys. So with that, let me get into it. All right. So, oh, really, Rufus? Okay. All right. With the burger recipe. Okay. So let me pretend that I'm scheduling an appointment right for 9 a.m., y'all. All right. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to click next. Okay. All right. So here is what y'all, I had my little, I hope y'all can still hear me. I had my little, let me see if I can set y'all up maybe. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. All right, well, this is a little hectic, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's see. No. Okay, no, that's not a good idea. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope y'all can see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. All right. So it might be a little hard to see y'all, but just follow me, okay? So as you can see, you would enter your name, enter your email, and as it says, you guys look, it says, please share your name and anything that will help prepare for our meeting, okay? So this is where you can share, you know, a little bit of a little detail, right, about what you want to talk about, all right? So, and if we can see here on the side, right, look on the side, you guys, it gives you a description, right? As you're booking your appointment, everything that I just shared with you guys, it's going to show you all right here. It shows you the price. It shows you availability, the late policy, rescheduling, and my email address is right down there, guys. All right, so everything is here for you. And as you can see, it tells you the time of your appointment, all of that. It tells you what time zone. You guys, is very user friendly. All right. So this is before you schedule your appointment, but this is as you're in the scheduling flow. Okay. Um, okay, Truth. Oh goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, Truth. So look, y'all. So name, email. Please share your name and anything that will help prepare for our meeting. You good, baby? Please share your email address, you guys. I don't know. Let me see. Let me turn it around a little bit. So right here, you guys, please share your email address. It is very important that you share your email address with me. All right, because if I need to contact you for any reason, right, or if you need to contact me